All of you settle down, gently close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. We'll start the morning prayer session with 3 rounds of Omkara. lovely and compassionate. They are free from attachment to possessions and egotism, equipoised in happiness and distress, and ever forgiving. They are ever content, steadily united with me in devotion, self-controlled of firm resolve, and dedicated to me in mind and intellect.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Suprabhatam. So, the 14th shloka of the Bhakti Yoga, the word split is like this: Santushtaha Satatam Yogi Yathatma Dridhanishchayaha Mayi Arpita Manobuddhihi Yaha Madbhaktaha Saha Me Priyaha. So, this is the word split. As you are hearing from yesterday, after speaking about the various approaches to Bhakti Yoga, Abhyase Samarthosi, Madkarma Paramubhava, Madartham Apikarma, Athaitadapya Shaktosi. In this way, various ways in which you can align yourself with the Bhakti. That was spoken with various gradations. If you are not able to do this, at least do this, at least do this. In this way, Krishna gave the various stratas or levels of bhakti. Now, since yesterday, from the shloka Adveshta Sarvabhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha Nirmamo Nirahankaraha Samadukha Sukhaha Kshami. So, from that shloka onwards, certain conduct, certain behavioral, attitudinal inputs are being given by Krishna. It is not that a person cannot be defined as a bhakta who simply goes to the temple, worships, does hundreds of namaskaras, ashtanga pranama, offers flowers. Okay, all that is bhakti, but without a sattvic state of mind, without certain ethical moral disciplines, a person cannot be called as a bhakta. So, the role of yama niyamas are also there in the bhakti. So especially, so that dimension, the yama niyama dimension is very important for bhakti. It is not merely saluting a particular form of divinity. This sets apart the Sanatana Dharma, the approach to devotion of Sanatana Dharma from other religious approaches of other religions of the world. So, the 7 or 8 qualities which were mentioned yesterday, Adveshta, Maitraha, Karunaha, all those were there. Continuing with that list, this shloka also offers some 5 again attitudes or 5 behavioral aspects which are to be cultivated by a person who wants to call himself a bhakta. So, yaha madbhaktaha saha me priyaha. Such a bhakta, he is dear to me. Krishna says, such a bhakta, such a devotee is dear to me. What are the qualities that are expected from this shloka that are mentioned by Krishna? Is santushtaha satatam. Satatam is always santushtaha. Santushtaha means content. Whatever one gets or whatever one does not get, is happy with what the life offers. Everything is accepted as the prasada from the Bhagavan. So whatever we work, we get the salary or whatever, the returns. So not complaining, not comparing, that's more important. So happy with the proportional, naturally whatever is our work, proportional to that we will get pay. We need not get comparison, we need not get into comparing with others, then we get into a lot of problems. So being happy with what the life offers to us, what Bhagavan gives. So that is very important. See, all these qualities as we go, when we see that bhakti, the field in which the plant or the seed of bhakti will sprout is a field of sattva. Without a sattvic state of mind, we cannot do bhakti properly. So hence, to evoke the state of sattva in our mind, all these qualities, adveshta, etc. are being spoken. Hence, a person who is agitated, who is greedy, who compares, oh, that he got, I didn't get, I am being oppressed, I am being tormented, anyaya is being done to me. Always such a what we call the victimhood, or you are losing something. If you are having such an attitude always, there is no end to it. Adhodha pashyatah kuto nastyutkarshaha uparyupari pashyantaha sarva eva daridrati. So everywhere, this is from Panchatantra, where you see, when you see people below and below you, then you will always feel that, I am on the top of the world. But when you upari pashyantaha, when you see above and above you, then you will feel highly insecure, highly in a state of discomfort. Oh, this is not the place where I should be. So hence, don't look up or don't look down, look at the plain ground. So have your view always at your head's level. So if that is there, then life will be balanced, or else there will be a lot of agitation. A person with such agitation, do you feel that he can offer his mind and soul to the Bhagavan when he stands before him? Absolutely not possible. So hence all these are the prerequisites. Let us keep a level head, neither up nor below. Let us be parallel to the ground. So hence santushtaha satatam. Satatam is always. So at all times let us keep that level head, not being greedy. And then a yogi. Yogi is also another epithet for a bhakta. A bhakta should also be a yogi. Acharya Shankara says samahita chittaha. Always with a focused mind. Samahita. There are two types of people which are classified in the yoga literature. Vyuthita chitta and samahita chitta. Vyuthita chitta means viruddham utthanam yasya chittasya. The one whose mind has an outwardly approach, always looks outside, that is vyuthita chitta. Such a person is a vyuthita chitta. Samahita chitta means the one whose mind is settled within. So who has an inward gaze and not an outwardly gaze or kind of distraction. He is a samahita chitta, and the very word yogi has been commented upon by Acharya Shankara as samahita chitta. If you are a yogi, you should not be a vyuthita chitta. You should always look within and not look without. So that tendency. So whenever there is a problem, don't find the cause of the problem outside. Try to see whether something is wrong with you. So such will be a yogi who will introspect a lot and improve himself and not try to say you are wrong, that's why the problem is there something wrong with me? Should I correct myself? So that will be the approach of a yogi, and he is a samahita chitta. A bhakta should be a yogi. So santushtaha satatam yogi, and then yatatma. Yata swabhavaha, nigrihita swabhavaha, and also not always outgoing, not always kind of expressing oneself at all times. Jnane maunam. Kalidasa says, Jnane maunam kshama shaktau tyage shlagha viparyayaha guna anubandhitva tasya saprasava iva. Qualities of King Dilipa has been described. He was knowledgeable, but he was also quiet. Some people who are knowledgeable who rant a lot. If I am knowledgeable, it is not essential that I should always raise my hand. Sir, I know. Madam, I know. Let me tell. You can also keep quiet with your knowledge and quietly observe what things are happening. So, yatatma. Jnane maunam. Kshama shaktav. I have great power. Where can you express your power? By restraint. Kshama. Forgiving nature. I am strong. I am powerful. But still I will forgive you. My presence, my powerful presence itself is enough to keep the people in their respective places. I need not express and torment others. If I have deterrence. So deterrence is needed when you have power. So this is the real nature. So that is yatatma, control. You have all the resources. It is not that you have to splurge those resources and just spend it out. You can still hold it and for a better and higher purpose. Yadatma. And then Dridha Nishchayaha means with a firm resolve about what? Atma Tattva Vishaye Dridha Nishchayaha. Even in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, among the Sadhaka Tattvas, you find Utsahat, Sahasat, Dhairyat, Tattva Jnanacha, Nishchaya. So, Janasanga Parityaga is the sixth factor. So, the fifth factor is Dridha Nishchaya, a firm belief that the ultimate reality is my Satchidananda Swarupa, the Atman. Towards that, I am adopting, I am developing all these qualities. That is the sheet anchor. That should be where we have, as yogis, as bhaktas, we have to drop our anchor in that and try to develop all other qualities. Why am I developing? Why should I be santushtaha? Why should I be yogi? Why should I be a yatatma? If that itself is not clear, then why should you? Suddenly some question comes, you are shaken. And then vayuna niyate, just like the wind takes a boat without an anchor anywhere and everywhere it wants. Similarly, we will also be tossed hither and thither. So hence a sheet anchor has to be dropped in the fact that my Swarupa is Satchidananda. Towards that, all these are practices. So let us have no doubt. Even in the Chandogya, Aruni says to Shvetaketu, Shraddhatsva Saumya, have a firm faith. All our Upanishad, thousands of years ago, it has been stated that we are all Satchidananda Swarupas, and repeatedly by various sages who have come, Shankara, Ramanuja, Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, all these people have also established the same thing. Let us not doubt it anew. Already it has been well established that Amritasya Putraha Vayam. So in that, let us have a firm resolve. That let that be the sheet anchor that will guide us everywhere. And then Mayi arpita mano buddhihi, Mayi, in me, in Vasudeve Bhagavati, in the Lord Paramatman, arpita mano buddhihi means surrender all the decisions that I have to take, all the thoughts that come to me, everything, just offer it to the Bhagavan. And then, so all the anxiety, stress, distress, all those things that you have, pack everything and then offer it to Bhagavan. He will take care. So that Ishwararpana Buddhi should also be there. So with these five qualities, Satatam Santushtaha, Yogi, Yatatma, Dridha Nishchayaha, Vayarpita Mano Buddhihi, such qualities are to be nurtured and developed. This will not grow overnight. One should be at it constantly, slowly, but at least awareness is needed. Jnanam, Ichha, Kriya. These are the three steps. First we should know, at least a bhakta should have all these qualities. That is Jnanam. Then later, should I not be Santushta? Should I not be a yogi? Should I not be a Yatatma? This Ichha will come about. And then finally, by the grace of God, we will also slowly do some efforts to cultivate all these qualities. But it is very essential that we know this before we embark, or slowly we cultivate all these qualities. And more such qualities will be enlisted by Bhagavan till the end of this chapter.
I request all the students of yoga to kindly stay back after the prayer session. We'll end the session with Shanti Mantra. Namaskar Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jana